Hello everyone and welcome back. In this episode, we're going to be sitting around a campfire talking smack. Not really. We're going to be discussing art, and we're going to be discussing what makes us tick, or what makes the things that we love tick. I know what art means to me. What does art mean to you? What do you say we just get right to it? My name is Jeff Mohr. I'm the Northwoods Carver, and thanks for seeing what I saw. Art is a broad term that encompasses many forms of expression, including photography, music, dance, and painting. Exposure to art can make a person think, see, hear, and act differently. Art can inspire creativity and unlock the potentials of the human mind. Art is a language of its own, and it can reflect the artist's personality or be the opposite of it. So let's get this ball rolling. The only way I know how is to just go on the internet and kind of look around and just see what other people describe it as, or what it is. And so here's the official description that is in the dictionary. Number one is expression or application of human creative skill and imagination, typically in visual forms such as painting or sculpture, producing works to be appreciated primarily for their beauty or emotional power. So creative activity such as painting, music, literature, and dance. Then there's number three, subjects of study primarily concerned with the process and products of human creativity and social life, such as language, literature, and history, as contrasted with scientific or technical subjects. The belief that arts and sciences were incompatible, I believe that, that's just a statement that's underneath there. So that's just giving you an example of what it means, at least in this context. Art as an imitation of reality. Plato's definition of art, according to ResearchGate, is anything that replicates or imitates reality. Aristotle agreed on that notion, defining art as mimesis, the representation of aspects of the real world, particularly human actions in art and literature. So the next one, let's see what this says. Art as human emotion. Sometimes beauty isn't the ultimate goal of art. Instead, an artist might express something so the audience is explicitly stimulated to create feelings, curiosity, religious faith, memories, thoughts, creativity, or identification with a group. Hence, art will infect you and your emotions, or be infected by others' emotions. For instance, the performance art movement doesn't usually aim to please its audience, but instead evokes reactions, feelings, questions, or conversations. In such scenarios, aesthetics might be an irrelevant measure of beautiful art. There you go. Everybody's got a perspective, right? Art as a means to connect with yourself. Art can make you connect with your inner self. You can look within and listen to yourself and realize who you are, what you care about, and what you stand for. It can connect you to the feelings, thoughts, perceptions, and outer experiences and realities. Besides, art introduces you to a whole new set of ideas and experiences that you may have never witnessed before. You can reach deeper and have a better understanding of your emotions and highlight questions you never knew you even had. These experiences enable you to look within yourself, since people tend to make emotional choices that they are passionate about. And that's a fact. I learned that being in this business for so long. Art as an ingredient to empower the hearts of people. When an activist shows images of children suffering from oppression or poverty, the work pulls the heartstrings of society's most influential and elite to make changes. Similarly, when a photographer publishes pictures of war-torn areas, it can catch the audience's attention, whose hearts may reach out to those in need. However, art can touch people at their core and give them the power to make the real life changes, and it can also instill courage and give back hope in societies undergoing lots of hardships. What do you think? Ever hear that term, everybody's a critic? Well, they are. everybody's got different tastes and palate, so they love what they love, and they ain't gonna unlove it. That's just the way it goes. So there's another part of this that says, how do you examine art? ? Big fat question mark. You can examine art through the interaction of the elements and principles of art. The elements include texture, shape, space, value, color, and line, while principles of art are unity, movement, harmony, balance, variety, proportion, contrast, and pattern. Different interactions between the principles and elements of art enable the artist to organize pleasing pieces while offering the viewers a framework from which to define, discuss, and analyze art. That's kind of why we're talking about it, I guess, so we can get on the same page, all of us, So what art forms are there? What are the forms of art? Visual arts, fine art, decorative arts, aesthetic stuff. So visual arts, these are the oldest documented forms of art that include objects or images in fields like sculpting, painting, photography, printmaking, and other visual media. Architecture can also be included as a visual art, for sure. However, it entails the creation of objects that have practical use considerations, making it a blend of visual representation and decorative art. These people know what they're talking about. Okay, fine arts. Historically, fine arts were intended to appeal to human intellect, although today there are no boundaries. Fine art movements have responded to each other aesthetically and intellectually throughout the ages. Currently, it represents an exploration of the human condition and an effort to experience a deeper understanding of life. Decorative or aesthetic art. Aesthetics is the branch of philosophy dealing with the taste, nature, and art creation and appreciation of beauty. It's often central to any art exploration. For instance, Michelangelo's painting in the Sistine Chapel are recognized widely as beautiful pieces of art. While many philosophers argue about what makes art beautiful, there's a basic human instinct or internal appreciation for balance, harmony, and rhythm, and can be defined as beauty. So art can mean an interaction between color, line, texture, sound, shape, and size that's pleasing to the senses. So if you see something and something just doesn't look right, it looks off, it's kind of off-putting, we all have this ability to look at something and just know that ain't, there's just something not right with that. I think it's pretty powerful, and I think everybody has it. So let's mix it up a little bit. There's a lot here, so I'm just going to kind of break things down. There's communicative art, there's therapeutic or healing art, there's reflective art, and it says here that art is genuinely a gift to the human experience that people crave. It gives meaning to lives and helps us understand the world. Besides, it enables you to understand emotions better, boosts self-awareness, and opens you up to new ideas and experiences. In my class here, we always have plenty of time to discuss, and a lot of this is kind of the stuff that I like to discuss with the people that come to class, just to see where they're at, and to see how art affects them and how they want it to affect them and everybody else around them. So this is kind of a fun topic, actually. So here we go. Art also has the power to educate the masses about almost anything. That's crazy. It can represent information and create awareness that can be absorbed by many quickly. Thus, you can gain knowledge when viewing a painting, sculpture, dance, photograph, play, or poem. In a world where some people don't have access to good education, art becomes an even greater equalizer of societies. Art is usually used as a playing field for expression and discourse. That's because everyone can learn and appreciate art regardless of economic standing. social background, or political affiliations. So do you think there's a bunch of billionaires out there that are just fantastic at art? No. I think they're not quite attuned to the human condition the way us folks are. Us down here in the muck and mire. All right. Moreover, art can make identities and cultures be given due recognition and appreciation. And in a world preoccupied with technology, it can be said that without art, histories, traditions, and cultures would be in danger of being forgotten. Art accesses higher orders of thinking. Art can make you think about current ideas and inspire you to make yours. It also can unlock the potentials of the human mind. Studies show that exposures to art can make a person think, see, hear, and act differently. And finally, art can showcase the past or predict the future. Hence, it can play a critical role in helping fight against intolerance or various racism, cultures, and other forms of unjust societal segregation. Art may mean many different things to many different people, and the bottom line is that no matter what art means to you personally, your experience of art is true and meaningful. There is no right or wrong way to connect with art, and that's all there is to it, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let's get together and do this again sometime. I'm running out of firewood. I'm Jeff Mohr, the Northwoods Carver, and thanks for seeing what I saw.